She's a board game hustler, pineapple smuggler, and midnight juggler. It's the Maggie Ramble Show with your host, award-winning actress, Maggie Jenny. Sit back, relax, and be a part of the conversation as Maggie rambles with your favorite Christian actors, filmmakers, and entertainers. Who is today's special guest? Stay tuned to find out. And now, here's Maggie.
Oh, hello and good evening. I'm your host, Maggie Jenny, and that's right, I'm right here back with Maggie Rambles with Other People, and today we have a really cool person. Lady? Yeah, we'll get to it. All right, so welcome. Do you have questions, comments, concerns, problems? Maybe I don't want to know about the problems, but all those other things, you can email us at maggierambles@gmail.com. You can also email us at that very same email address if you are interested in sponsoring this show or would like for us to talk to you about maybe your film or TV series that you would like to let everyone know about. That's what I do. I talk a lot about things people should know about. So should we get into it? All right, without further ado, guys, I am talking to the incredible prayer warrior and brainchild. Is that, it might be a bit too much. We can ask her. All right, the very talented Miss Carla McDougal. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So how have you been?
I've been great. Doing good.
I know that you've been busy with all kinds of production with Breaking Strongholds, and I want to get into that. But first, let's catch up a bit. So your husband recently retired, and you two have started making furniture.
Yes, we have.
How does that even happen? How do you even be like, you know what I'd like to do today? Make a table.
Oh, you know what? I cannot take any credit for that whatsoever. He does all of it. We have some land out in Huntsville, Texas, and big trees that have fallen over. And he just always kind of, I guess, as he got closer to retirement, wanted to kind of start dabbling in that area of making some tables and things like that, those live edge. And wow. I can tell you, it is absolutely amazing what all he's done.
Wow. So yeah. That's super creative to see just the tree that's fallen over and what I would see as an annoying chore to take care of. And he's like, I'm going to make something out of that. Bring it in. That's just really exciting. Do you guys sell your furniture somewhere?
Actually, no. He's created for us personally, our daughter, family, and things like that. So not selling it. But anyway, so
eventually, once you have no place to put the furniture, you might maybe. If you're interested in such things, I'm just saying you should just casually drop by your house, maybe put a Post-it note on a table you like.
I'm telling you, yeah, it's incredible. I'm actually sitting at the first piece he made right now, a desk. And,
are you really?
Yeah, people are just going, amazed. They're amazed at what he's doing. So he's made. We bought a mountain house up in New Mexico, and
because you needed another house to furnish. That's
what yeah, that's right.
We've run out of room here. We got to get a new house. It's too much.
That was awesome. Yes, that's so true. So he made a big dining room table for all of our family, and just sofa tables and coffee tables out on the porch, and it's really amazing. So
that's really cool.
It's
so
good.
Tell me, one thing that's really that not a lot of people can say is, one, you guys were high school sweethearts, and he's retired. So there's been a lot of life changes throughout your guys' relationship. How has him being retired really changed your life? You personally, not, because my husband, I'm like, I like you, but when you retire, you're going to get happy, right? So what is that like for you?
So much fun. It's been really, really a blessing. We actually are fixing to have our number 7 grandchild.
Wow.
And it's just fun. We can travel once. Some live in Denver, some live in Tulsa, Midland, Texas, and then one of them live here. So it gives us the opportunity to travel and go visit them and spend some time with them. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been fun.
That's exciting. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna have to see if he can build you like an actual camper out of the fallen logs. That's the next challenge. It's a high bar.
I'm going to bring it to him.
I mean, people make those little tiny houses. I'm sure he could do it.
I think he could do anything.
That's so fantastic. Okay, so you have fantastic woodworking all around you. You have all of these grandbabies. And you know what? You're just like, you know what we should do? We should start tackling some really heavy topics with film and TV. How on earth did you even come into being a film producer? Have you always wanted to be a part of film?
Oh, it's such an interesting story. When God calls you into something, he will equip you in ways that you never thought possible. So in 2005, I felt the Lord leading me to start speaking to women kind of on a platform of just encouraging them to dive deeper into their walk with the Lord. And so, that was basically what it was all about. And I was a little nervous to do that. In fact, for a whole year, I had a debate with God. And I don't know if you've ever done that before.
Oh, girl.
Guess who wins?
And I was like, are you sure? I don't think that's what he's saying. Like, I think that's what I want him to say, but that might not be the right words. I know what you mean.
I have a type of dyslexia that now they know how to, tackle that, if you will, and work with people. So you're the same? Okay, well, then you're going to understand. Yeah. I was like, how can I read your word in front of people? I mean, I've got this issue going on. I don't understand, how I'm going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I just felt him at one point then, about a year after this debate, just say, Carla McDougal, I made you and I created you to be you. And you're exactly right. In your own strength, you cannot do this. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to do in you what you can't do yourself. So at that point, I talked to my husband and he confirmed, I think you should do that. And anyway, moved into that. And then women started saying, you need to write some books. You need to put some of this stuff in books. So I was like, again, how can I do that? Well, and he equipped and brought along a lady into our ministry that was an editor and helped me through that. Now, the whole time, Robin Murray, who is the writer of Breaking Strongholds, as well as everything else we do, joined in with me because of the issues I was having as far as visuals are very important.
Yes.
And so I thought, well, when I go speak, how awesome it would be to have skits that have the lessons embedded in the storyline. And so she would take what I'm writing about with the scriptures and embed it in incredible skits, whether they were funny or dramatic, or they ended up becoming mini-series. So if I went and did a retreat, there would be like a 3-part mini-series that goes with it.
That's super cool.
It was really, really, really awesome. But little did I know what God was doing was setting us up for a bigger plan.
Yeah.
And so I had written a Bible study called Reflecting Him. Mm-hmm. And woke up one morning, I thought, wow, Robin should write like a mini series to go with this. So when we do the DVD, they're looking and watching these characters begin to reflect him in their own lives over the 10-week study. And shared it with her. And she just said she had been praying she just said all of her life that she can remember to write a movie.
Wow.
And so in 7 days, I know, in 7 days, she wrote this. And
oh my gosh.
Unbelievable what she did. So we went and found this guy, Jake Allen, who we just knew he liked to have a camera in his hand. And in our mind, we thought we're going to do like the little black box theater. Mm-hmm. And never in my wildest dreams, I think it would he would want to do a production. So we talked to him because no, we're not going to be at Black Box Theater. We're going to actually do a movie. And so I was like, okay. We had one camera, I mean, it was just, but
that's awesome though.
God provided, and women loved it. They loved it. And what we found is that they, I don't know if you've done Bible studies in groups before, but a lot of times what happened is halfway through, 50% kind of fall off. Well, we found that we had more at the end attending than we did even when we started.
Oh my God.
Which was because they couldn't wait to see what was going to happen to Janet,
There's power in film. Visual media plays such a huge part in telling stories.
It really, really does. And so then we moved into our first feature film, and then and we had 2 cameras, and then we moved into our one that we jumped up quite a few notches, and it's called We Are Stronger. And that's when we started tackling issues that people deal with. That one's over PTSD. And so a soldier coming back from Afghanistan. And we were amazed how God began to use this one as we connected with organizations that are on the front lines. Because we thought, we're tackling a very tough issue that we don't want to just leave them with, okay, now what? And so we created what's called the Stronger Alliance, where they could go and get the help needed from these organizations around the country.
Wow.
So it's kind of like what we became, and people started calling us media missionaries.
I love that.
Because we're able to share the message of these organizations and then help send and direct them to the places to go get the help.
Yeah.
And that did actually very well. It's on PureFlix and as well as Amazon Prime.
And that's called Stronger?
We Are Stronger.
We are stronger.
Yeah.
Now, what about your Bible studies and your books and all of that? Is that available for people as well?
Yes, it is. It is.
There's We Are Stronger. So if you're seeing that, that's what you're looking for. But yeah, so where can we find your books and your Bible studies and all of those things?
Well, I just happen to have one here. So this one's called My Prayer Chair. And let's see if I can find it. There it is. My Prayer Chair.
Perfect.
And that's one of the ones that people tend to really like. It's on Amazon, or you can go to our website. My Prayer Chair. The Bible study I wrote is called Reflecting Him. And then there's another book I wrote called Sold Out, Live for Jesus. And so,
are you still speaking at women's events?
I've gotten so busy with being the executive producer now that I don't do that as much as I used to. I still do occasionally, but it just takes a lot of time.
It does. And luckily we have the resources from your past events. So if you're interested, if everything she just said sounds exciting, make sure that you Google her name, Carla McDougal, or find it on Amazon, or go to the website, reflectivemedia.org, and you can find those resources. You can hold your own Bible study, and who knows, maybe your numbers will be bigger at the end than at the beginning. Wouldn't that be a great challenge? But let's get into the nitty gritty, right? Let's take a look at breaking strongholds.
I wonder, Ryan, when your parents brought you home from the hospital and named you Ryan, they probably never dreamed they'd be planning your funeral just a few years later.
Do you know who Redmond Quinn is?
Yeah.
His big complex retreat center thing is out between here and Navasota, right?
Yeah, it's called Clarity Ranch.
This town is just it's a microcosm of things to come. You understand that, right?
Yesterday, when I couldn't find my son, it was like I was running out of air.
We are His church. We're the only thing standing between this generation and the schemes of the enemy. We've got to stand for the truth.
See, Ella, she didn't need nobody. Before she went to prison, she was half a witch. But a queen down there, powerful. So if she wanted you to do something, you're too afraid not to.
I don't think you understand what's at the heart of the philosophy here. You're being used. That's the name of the game around here.
How do I even know I can trust you?
I don't guess you do.
Wow. Okay, that's some heavy stuff, and I feel like you're tackling a lot of stuff that hasn't ever been touched before. So what inspired Breaking Strongholds and for you to delve into, suicide and witchcraft and all of these different things in a series?
Yeah, thank you for just showing that trailer. I get so excited when I see it.
Which I get. I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, this is, and I've seen the first episode, so I kind of know but I'm like, ooh, what's going to happen now? Like, it's so intriguing.
I love that somebody just wrote goosebumps there. I always call them God bumps. So, it's that was actually that represents episodes 1 through 4. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like the first season. And what happened was after we finished with We Are Stronger and we tackled that particular, mental health issue, we started praying and asking God to show us what's next. Yeah. And we really felt like a series was the way to go, because, and especially for a Christian film series, or dramatic series, because I don't know about you, but I think binge watching is, especially during the COVID days, I mean, that was kind of a big thing. And so how great to have a really strong, intriguing, truth-telling, faith-based series that tackles some of the major issues today. Absolutely. And one of them being one of our partners that we work with, organizations, another nonprofit. Like I said, we work with these on the front lines. It's called Cassidy Join for Hope. Mm-hmm. And we met with the founder, and she started talking to us about how teens, and this was before COVID, but how teen suicide is, not only an epidemic, but the second leading cause of death in the United States. Yes, and it's just, the more we started reading about it, hearing about it, and even in our area of Montgomery County, Texas, and the rate that just blew my mind. And so we decided, you know what, we need to bring this to the forefront. And let's show how how we can help educate people through media. And so it's not just about awareness. We really, like, when you get into episodes 3 and into 4, we show teen suicide prevention itself. So, and we've got an organization called Safe Talk that we bring in, and some different things like that. But it's just creatively done where a teen will walk away and go, you know what, I could ask that question. I noticed someone that's isolating over here, and I can ask that question, are you thinking about suicide? And so, and then God just started, breathing onto this project and started bringing more people into it. More organizations started joining in. And what we found was, and that's the beautiful thing about the body of Christ. That's how we're supposed to work together. Exactly. And so, so it's been it's been an incredible experience.
So
we showed
in
it.
The show itself, you'll not only are you addressing teen suicide, but you're also equipping people to recognize warning signs.
Yes,
that's fantastic.
Absolutely, and we've got, in fact, many of our actors and crew, if you could call it crew, producers and directors and all that, have actually gone through classes themselves. So they understand, because what happens is after you, and you well know as an actress, that sometimes they think you're an expert in that particular field or area, and you may not be. So we need to equip our people so that when people start coming to that, and I'm not kidding you, the second time we had our premiere of a private showing of episode 1, we had within 2 weeks 8, whether they be parents, friends, or family members, contact us because it felt like a safe place they could come to, and we helped get their team to a place of safety and directed to organizations, as well as 4 had tried to take their life. We helped get them into a facility. Some were cutting. But it opened the door to go, there's a safe place I can go and talk to someone.
And there's no shame, there's no condemnation. Come and receive help and love and support. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's so fantastic. I would love to, after this show is done, if you wouldn't mind, I would love to share some of those resources, some of those organizations in the comments on Facebook and social media, just so that people can go back and easily find them. But if you wouldn't mind just mentioning some of these organizations by name, so if someone's watching on the Amazon or Fire Stick channel, they can go search it out.
Absolutely. No, I would love to do that. Yeah.
So go ahead. I mean, right now, if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and mention some of these organizations. I think this is a really important topic. I think that's things that we don't talk about enough. For some reason, mental health is something that is very much just stigmatized and just blech. And if you break your arm, there's no shame in going to the doctor to get it fixed. But if your brain's not functioning properly for some reason, you can't talk about it, and it's shameful, and that's silly. And that's why you're isolating when your brain's going, I'm not feeling good, and you're like, great, I'm going to put you in a closet and not ever address. It's not good. So yes. So where should people go? What are the name of those organizations, Carla?
Okay. Yes. So one of them I've just set up there is called Safe Talk.
Okay.
And if you go to, and then I'm going to put this here too, if you go to strongeralliance.com, you can also find the resources there. And there's another one, there's an app for your phone that is really, really good, and I'm going to write that one in here as well. And that's for teens to be able to work through, just kind of how they're thinking. If they're having suicidal ideation, they can go through there. It's called 7 Apples app, and they can work their way through. And it's all scripture based, but it's very quick, real teen user friendly is the word I want to use.
Yeah.
So there's another one called Care Force.
Okay.
And but these, like I said, are all on the Stronger Alliance.
That's great. Okay. Well, while she's giving us a little bit more information, I'm sorry, it's a little bit different than the typical Meggie Ramble show, but I think this is so important, and it's something that I would be remiss if I didn't make sure everyone had access to these resources that Carla has. So while she's doing those things, why don't we set up for a game?
Time to put your thinking hats on. It's game time with Meggie. No cheating now. Meggie Rambles is not responsible for any brain damage while overthinking.
All right, so our game today is a fan favorite. It is Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire. How will you know if someone's lying if their pants aren't actually on fire? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. So Carla and I both have brought 3 items that we are either going to lie through our teeth or tell the truth about. I will go first because for some reason, I'm sure you're so clever, this would never happen to you. But for some reason, the concept is lost on guests, and they almost always do it wrong. first. So I'll go first to make it easy. All right. My first item that I have in my hand is a tiny little doll that has a star behind her head and itty bitty teeny tiny black feet.
Am I supposed to guess?
You're going to have to guess if I'm telling the truth or if I'm lying. I know.
I think you're telling the truth.
I am telling the truth, actually. I didn't say she was a magnet, but she is. So my brother-in-law was deployed to South Korea, and he brought these back for my daughter. This is the only one that hasn't been broken. So
there you go. Okay.
So there you go. You already are figuring this out. All right, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm probably not going to have done this right, but anyway.
Okay, you won't be the
have
first.
fun with it.
Yep.
Okay. This particular thing is red all over.
It's red all over. I feel like this is a riddle. Yeah, sure. It's red. Yeah. What is it?
Okay, you want me to do it?
Yes.
It's a newspaper about breaking strongholds.
It is red all over. It was a riddle. Oh, you clever little minx. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. All right. So I have in my hand a tennis ball.
False.
That's correct. It is not a tennis ball. It is a baseball. It is, in fact, the Up To You Films baseball, because they are getting ready to start filming their movie Running the Bases. By the way, they're the producers of this show, too. Shout out. They didn't know I was going to do this. That was poor grammar. Forgive me. But tonight was supposed to be my son's first baseball game, but it got rained out. So there's that. But yeah, but you're already, you're killing it.
Okay.
Right, your turn.
Mm-hmm. This is pink, and many people wear it.
Pink, and many people wear it. Yeah, I don't. Sure. Yeah. What?
Breaking Strongholds shirts.
I'm sensing a theme. I love it. So I'm assuming that if someone wanted to get their own Breaking Stronghold shirt, they could get that at breakingstrongholds.com. Am I correct in that?
I think so.
She's like, listen, guys, I ain't playing. We're going to play a game. Everything's Breaking Strongholds. I'm not messing around. Christine's got the assist with the website right there.
She does. Yes, she does.
All right. You know what? My next item is pink as well.
Ooh.
And it is filled with something that smells awesome.
Now, do I guess what's inside there?
No,
this
just
is true
whether
or
or not
false?
I'm a liar.
It's true.
That is true. It is a pink candle, and it smells like Sicilian orange and sage.
Oh, it sounds like it smells good.
It really does. I got it at Aldi because I'm a nerd. So,
all right.
All right.
This
Next
is our
one.
last one.
I have a feeling this is a Breaking Stronghold things, but I don't want to cheat. So, okay.
This is used for promotions.
Is it something with Breaking Strongholds? I'm thinking, I tell you what, Carla gets the award for best promotion during game time. Like, I don't have an award to give you, but pretend I do. I would say this is it, but I don't want to give away my candle. So yeah, you really nailed it. I don't know if you know this, but guys, she's here to talk about Breaking Strongholds.
Yeah, there you go.
Guys, Carla, thank you so much for playing. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you would like to check out her Bible studies or anything like that, you can go to her website, reflectivemedia.org. You can go to breakingstrongholds.com to find out when and where you can watch Breaking Strongholds. I'm telling you right now, guys, you do not want to miss our next guest. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be Miss Karen Abercrombie. So tune in 2 weeks. And until then, love one another. Make it weird.